The introduction to the legend of the samurai sets the stage for exploring the captivating tale of the samurai, a class of warriors that shaped Japan from the 12th to the 19th century. The samurai were not only skilled fighters, but also followers of a codified way of life known as Bushido, or the Way of the Warrior. This code emphasized virtues such as honor, loyalty, courage, and discipline, which remain integral to the samurai legacy today. The significance of this introduction is that it provides the foundational understanding necessary to appreciate the broader narrative of the samurai as more than mere soldiers. They were cultural icons who influenced art, philosophy, and politics in Japan and beyond. A noteworthy example illustrating the legacy of the samurai is the tale of the 47 Ronin, who in 1703 avenged their lord's unjust death, subsequently choosing ritual suicide over capture. This story exemplifies the samurai's fierce loyalty and their adherence to Bushido principles, resonating deeply with Japanese culture and ethics. Another example is the political role played by samurai in the late 19th century during the Meiji Restoration, when they helped drive the modernization of Japan and the end of feudalism, thus transitioning the country into a new era. Opinions supporting the significance of the samurai often highlight how their values continue to influence modern Japanese society, particularly in business and sports, where discipline and loyalty are highly valued. However, there are challenges and controversies surrounding the romanticized view of the samurai. Critics argue that the samurai's adherence to the Bushido code sometimes justified ruthless and violent actions. Moreover, the focus on loyalty sometimes led to rigid hierarchies and resistance to change. Additionally, alternative viewpoints suggest that the legendary status of the samurai has been amplified beyond their actual historical impact, often overshadowing the broader complexities of Japanese history that include contributions from farmers, merchants, and artisans. This introduction to the legend of the samurai is intertwined with other aspects of the samurai story, such as their role in shaping cultural identity and their influence on modern perceptions of honor and discipline. It emphasized virtues such as loyalty, honor, bravery, and self-discipline. This code was not only a personal creed, but also a societal framework that dictated the samurai's conduct, both on and off the battlefield. The significance of Bushido lies in its integral role in shaping the samurai's identity and legacy. By adhering to this code, samurai were not just warriors, but exemplars of a moral standard that influenced Japanese culture for centuries. Honor, one of the core tenets of Bushido, dictated that a samurai's worth was tied to their reputation and integrity. This emphasis on honor extended beyond personal conduct to include familial and societal relationships, leading to a complex network of loyalty and feudal allegiance. One real-world application of Bushido is evident in the ritual of seppuku, or self-disembowelment, which was practiced by samurai as a means to restore honor in the face of defeat or disgrace. Another example is the loyalty demonstrated by the 47 Ronin, a historical event where a group of samurai avenged their master's death despite adverse circumstances, symbolizing unwavering loyalty and the ultimate honor. Supporters of Bushido argue that it provides a framework for disciplined living and personal integrity. Bushido's influence is seen in modern contexts, such as in Japanese business practices, where concepts like loyalty and dedication to one's company echo the samurai's allegiance to their lords. However, the rigid adherence to Bushido can also be challenged. Critics point out that the inflexibility of this code may lead to negative outcomes, such as unnecessary violence or the disregard for personal well-being in favor of duty. Controversially, Bushido's ideals have been appropriated or romanticized in various ways, sometimes being used to justify militaristic or nationalistic agendas, particularly during World War II. This highlights the dual nature of Bushido, where its principles can be both valorized and misinterpreted. In relation to the broader samurai legend, the principles of Bushido connect deeply with the themes of power, loyalty, and the warrior ethos. They influence narratives that explore not only martial prowess but also the philosophical and ethical dimensions of the samurai. Bushido's enduring legacy continues to inform discussions on ethics, leadership, and cultural identity within and beyond Japan. The historical origins and development of the samurai are crucial for understanding their legendary status in Japanese culture. The samurai were a class of warriors that emerged in Japan during the late 12th century, initially serving as powerful military nobility in a feudal system. They were known for their strict adherence to Bushido, the warrior code emphasizing virtues like loyalty, honor, and discipline. As society evolved, so too did the role of the samurai, transitioning from mere warriors to influential political figures with significant social and economic power. This evolution is significant because it highlights the samurai's integral role in shaping not only military tactics and governance, but also cultural identity and values within Japanese society. One prime example of their historical significance is the Kamakura period, 1185 to 1333, when samurai leaders established the first shogunate, solidifying their power over Japan. Another illustration is the Edo period, 1603 to 1868, when the samurai were instrumental in maintaining peace and order under the Tokugawa shogunate, which ushered in a prolonged era of stability. In these periods, the samurai were not just military figures, but key players in political and social structures. Various opinions support the importance of the samurai's historical development, noting their profound influence on Japanese history. Many historians argue that the samurai class helped to unify Japan during tumultuous periods, providing a cohesive force within the nation. Additionally, their emphasis on ethical conduct and loyalty has left a lasting legacy on Japanese culture and contemporary society. However, the romanticized view of the samurai is not without its challenges and controversies. Some critics point out that the samurai were also involved in brutal conflicts and power struggles, which sometimes led to significant suffering and instability. The rigidity of the Bushido code, while upholding certain virtues, also imposed severe restraints and expectations that could lead to personal tragedy, such as the practice of seppuku or ritual suicide. The historical origins and development of the samurai are deeply intertwined with Japan's broader historical trajectory. Their rise and the resulting political structures influenced Japan's governance, legal systems, and cultural norms. Understanding the samurai's evolution offers valuable insights into other facets of Japanese history, such as the country's transition from feudalism to a more centralized government, and the enduring impacts on modern Japanese identity and values. The heading Code of Bushido pertains to the ethical and moral principles that guided the samurai, a warrior class in feudal Japan, in their conduct. Bushido, often translated as the way of the warrior, emphasized virtues such as loyalty, honor, courage, and self-discipline. This code not only dictated the samurai's martial prowess on the battlefield, but also shaped their interactions in society, endorsing a life of integrity and moral uprightness. The importance of Bushido in the broader context of the samurai legend lies in its role as the philosophical foundation that distinguished samurai from mere swordsmen, elevating them to figures of respect and reverence within the Japanese cultural ethos. One notable example of Bushido in practice is the tale of the 47 Ronin, a group of masterless samurai who, in 1703, avenged their fallen master before choosing to commit seppuku, a ritual suicide, to uphold their honor. This story encapsulates the Bushido virtues of loyalty and sacrifice, and has since become a symbol of samurai devotion. Another illustration is the life of Miyamoto Musashi, a renowned swordsman and Ronin, whose writings in the Book of Five Rings reflect principles of Bushido through his philosophies on life and combat, emphasizing strategy, discipline, and introspection. Supporters of Bushido laud it as a timeless guide to personal conduct and integrity, suggesting that its principles can be applied beyond the battlefield to modern life, promoting values such as commitment and ethical decision-making. However, the rigid adherence to Bushido has also been critiqued for promoting excessive rigidity and sometimes fatal choices, as seen in the act of seppuku, which underscores the potential danger of valuing honor above life itself. Challenges to the Bushido code arise primarily from its historical transformation and interpretation, particularly during the militarization of Japan leading up to and during World War II, when it was used to justify extreme nationalism and militarism. This manipulation of Bushido demonstrates the potential for cultural principles to be co-opted for political ends, diverging from their original intent. Bushido's influence extends beyond the samurai, impacting Japanese culture as a whole, including martial arts, corporate ethics, and even modern pop culture, where the image of the samurai as an honorable warrior continues to resonate. The code's emphasis on discipline and moral responsibility has left a lasting legacy, intertwining with other aspects of samurai life and shaping Japan's cultural and historical narrative.